the world's biggest passenger jet, pride of the Qantas fleet. One of the most complex machines ever built. So clever, it can almost fly itself. So, what can possibly go wrong?
Within about 5 seconds, it felt as if we were plunging out of the sky.
The unthinkable is happening.
There were 2 loud noises.
His number 2 engine was exploding into pieces. Engine 2, fail. Wind slash fail, left arrow failed.
We're coming too fast, we're coming too fast.
On our part, this is not good.
This is a life or death situation.
Changi Airport, Singapore.
The conditions are perfect to go flying.
Captain Richard de Crespigny and his team are about to fly Qantas Flight 32 on the second leg of its journey from London to Sydney. 169 people.
Before we took off, he said to me, "You're happy? Everyone happy?" I said, "Yep, just don't crash."
Qantas Flight 32 lifts off from Changi Airport just before 10 a.m.
I become totally relaxed because I loved flying.
Everything is running smoothly on the whispered white megajet as it climbs into the skies above Singapore. Minutes later, as it reaches 7,000 feet,
There were 2 loud noises. It was like, boom, boom. I can remember seeing this flash of white come off the inner engine.
I just looked at Larry and I said, "Do you think we're going to be all right?"
And I'd say, "I would just say a couple of quick prayers." And the whole plane starts to vibrate.
Captain de Crespigny's first reaction is to reduce power.
I immediately went to level the aircraft, which would serve to bring the thrust off the engines and to make everything less severe.
At the same time, the plane's computer system is telling them number 2 engine is on fire. De Crespigny tries to set off its remote-controlled fire extinguishers, but gets no response. Then number 2 engine cuts out completely. Engine 2, fail. Losing 1 engine out of 4 is a problem, but it shouldn't be a catastrophe. The plane's computerized flying system is programmed to manage just such a situation.
There was a girl sitting on the aisle seat opposite me and she had a little baby. And she looked at me and she said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I think something's happened to one of the engines, but it's all right, we've got 3 other engines."
But single engine failure suddenly turns into something much worse. Wind slash fail, left arrow failed. In just 1 minute, the system's reporting a cascade of over 50 different error messages.
Fuel system and flight controls,
Hydraulic to low pressure.
landing gear, brakes, air conditioning.
And now the problem with number 2 engine starts spreading.
Engine 1 integrated mode.
What I wasn't expecting to see was 2 other engines in less than normal conditions. My wife reduced for a while. So I better do a decent job here, otherwise I'm not coming home.
Captain Richard de Crespigny and the 4 other pilots can barely steer the aircraft.
The engine exploded. The baby's engine had gone through the wing. It severed electrical lines, severed hydraulic lines. So the wing-based system is quite critical as to how much control the crew can exercise over the airplane.
Worse still, it's full of fuel. It's 50 tons heavier than its safe landing weight.
I had to be as gentle with the aircraft as I could.
Being gentle is incredibly difficult. Normally, the computer system controls the plane. But without it, it's hard to correct the slightest roll to left or right. And damaged wing slats make it difficult to slow the plane down for landing. Controlling the airspeed is going to be an immense challenge. So, Captain Richard de Crespigny adopts the same solution as the pilots on the United Airlines flight. He's going to use his engine throttles to manoeuvre. Number 2 engine is dead, but he still has limited thrust from numbers 1 and 4. So he sets them at equal power. This should stop the plane from rolling left or right. To control the plane's speed, he's going to use number 3 engine, the only one he can fully trust.
My whole concentration was the runway and the speed. So I just had to make sure we flew exactly on that approach speed. We couldn't be fast. If we came in fast, we'd overrun. We couldn't be slow, otherwise we'd just drop out of the sky.
The difference between stalling and hurtling off the end of the runway is just a few knots.
It's not a margin that you would ever want to fly in normal operations. I told him speed was critical, that he had to maintain speed, which he knew. And I thought, well, thanks, Harry, that's an understatement. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen.
Check Captain Dave Evans warns the cabin crew.
And I can remember overhearing him say it's going to be a very fast landing. And yeah, stewardess's eyes bulged at that comment.
Howdy, Tower, Longing 316 Delta Bravo, flight at 2.
Air traffic control clears Qantas Flight 32 for final approach. Richard de Crespigny holds the plane steady. At just 500 feet, the stall warning goes off. They're flying too slow.
50, 40, 30, 20.
I pushed up the number 3 thrust holder and the stall warning goes off.
There's a problem.
I detected my was coming to traffic.
They finally come to a stop just 100 metres from the end of the runway.
was an enormous sense of relief when it pulled up and we passed the break.
Everybody just clapped. It was just sheer relief, even though as I say, it was a bumpy landing, but it was just sheer relief.
All 469 lives are saved. But the question remaining now is, how did it happen? What caused such a monumental system failure on the world's most advanced passenger aircraft? Has survived a near catastrophe. After losing most of its onboard computer systems, it's taken all the crew's skill and experience For the investigators, the biggest question is, why did the computer system fail so catastrophically? To find out, they focus on where the problem began, the explosion. The investigators now realise the oil caught fire, causing the engine's turbine disc to explode. This sent lethal debris hurtling through the wing faster than the speed of sound. Even this violent impact shouldn't have overwhelmed the A380's advanced control systems.
Systems are designed with backup against those sorts of instances.
But the explosion caused massive damage to the computer system itself. Slicing through crucial wiring and hydraulic lines, the computer couldn't cope. What saves the plane is the pilot's ability to cut through the system's confusion and focus on the controls that can still keep the plane flying. There's no doubt, automatic systems make today's planes safer and easier to fly. But Qantas Flight 32 shows that there is a limit to what systems can do. And when the system fails, the crew are on their own. Luckily, on the Qantas and United Airlines flights, there were extra hands on board to deal with it. The courage and experience of all of these pilots, the difference.
I think Al said it appropriately one time. He said that somebody must have been...
They have lost almost